So besides that, what are some challenges or difficulties with owning the food truck?
Number one is staff. And I think that's everywhere. I think if you own a business, then you're going to have staffing issues all the time, especially now. Um, Everyone wants their money, but nobody wants to work hard for it. And I don't remember if we discussed this last time. I'm like, back in the day when people were like mining, in the mining fields and like dying in the heat, but that's what they had to do for their families is they had to work, they had to make money. It doesn't matter what the outcome was.
Hmm.
And now people are just lazy, unfortunately. Uh, there's a lot of drugs around too, and it's just it's unfortunate, and I feel like people's priorities have changed. Maybe it was
Yeah.
COVID, maybe it was before
I
COVID.
was I was just gonna ask. I was gonna ask, do you believe COVID played a part in that?
I mean, I think people were lazy before that. Also, the government gives out a lot of handouts, so people like mentally are like, well, I don't really need to work because I can get money for this, that, and the other thing. And I think that's made people lazy as well. And I get it. People need assistance sometimes. And I understand, I've been in a family that has been, on assistance as well. But everybody in my family has worked,
Yeah.
or tried.
Hmm.
I think lack of better trying, is what's happening now. But I'm lucky to have found some good people. But it's been 5 years, and I rotated staff because there would be people that just didn't show up, or they would show up and they were on something, and it's sad. And I'm like, I'll give anyone an opportunity because not everybody's perfect. And listen, you had your past and you're trying to like regrow yourself. I'm okay with that. But when you screw up, you're gone,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. And to piggyback off that, I agree.
Yeah.
With COVID played a big part in how everything is going now.
Right.
Because everybody just had that long time off. Like you said,
It's hard to get back into it, and I understand.
Exactly. Because you was just getting money, chilling at home.
Right.
You didn't have to go outside. It was dangerous to go outside at that time.
Right.
So
for me, that drove me nuts. I can't just sit home and do nothing.
Nothing, right?
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'll go out of my mind. I have to do something. I have to create something, or I could be like playing music, but I can't just like sit in the house and watch television and do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I feel like you're just wasting your time. We're only put on this planet for so long. You got to somewhat make a difference with something.
Yeah.
Whether it be helping other people, helping yourself, spending time with your family, you have to make a difference. You can't just rot away and do absolutely nothing with your life.
I totally agree.
I
feel like COVID separated those people. You figured out if you were a true hustler,
right,
underneath,
yeah,
and you found your creative outlets. COVID was a blessing to a lot of people, and COVID was not so much a blessing to a lot of people as well.
We were on like both sides of that because that was like our second year in business, and the first year we applied for all these events and we didn't get like on most of them because we were like the newbies. Nobody knew us, and you kind of have to prove yourself to the festival circuit.
Mm-hmm.
The second year we worked our butts off and we got on like every festival, and then COVID happens, and then all the festivals were canceled.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? I'm like, this is how my life goes. It's like it like all of a sudden they give you like here's all the things that you need, and then just take it away.
Yeah.
But luckily I was saying the HOAs were calling us because no one wanted to. Restaurants were closing and there was really nothing you can do about it. HOAs were calling us and asking us to come and serve for their community. And for people that don't know what HOAs are, like in other areas in South Carolina, it's a community basically, and you have to pay fees to live in that community.
Mm-hmm.
In New York, there's really nothing.
HOAs don't exist?
There's no HOAs.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like it's crazy because you live down here and you're paying money to live in your own house, but you don't own the property. I try to explain that to people in New York. They're like, hey?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm about
like,
to say we have an HOA. For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got one. Yep.
So that was our saving grace. So we would go there, and we would go there for 2 hours. Everyone would, skedaddle out of their houses, and they're like, "Yay, food truck!" And it was a blessing in disguise. And then one HOA would find out about us, and they would call us, and it was just kind of like a trickle down, effect, and it saved us. I would have been out of business.
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, as I said, we were on the flip side of it. When all those festivals were canceling, and I remember hanging out with Tyler from Benito's. That's a pizza food truck. I remember we were at New South. We were doing an event, and it was just, I guess, at the beginning of COVID. I couldn't tell you the date or anything. I guess it was around March, because I remember St. Patrick's Day is when they shut everything down, the next day. And I remember me and him just sitting there, he's like, "Great, a catering just canceled." And then I was like, oh, I'm like, dude, they just canceled the food truck festival. And we're watching our phones with the emails coming up, cancel, 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 one after another. And we're like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah.
This is not good.
Yeah, a lot of businesses didn't survive.
Yeah. A lot didn't, especially here.
Yeah.
I mean, one after the other. And at that point, you have to do a plan B or a hustle or do something that's going to make you money for that time being. And you have to come up with something creative at that point.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, then it's not going to work.
Yeah.
If you only have one avenue of revenue, and that one avenue is destroyed, then what do you have? You got to figure something out.
Yeah, you better figure something out.
Yeah. We were going to do deliveries.
Yeah.
I was going to hire someone to deliver. I was going to go sit in a parking lot and take delivery. I think we did that at one point, but the HOAs kept us so busy. But I sat there and I'm like, all right, so we're going to make merchandise. We're going to do this. I had so many other ideas to make money. So I knew that we were going to make it. We weren't going to make it festival money make it, but I knew that we were going to not, go down with the ship.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's fire, though.
Yeah. I mean, owning any business is a struggle, from staffing to clientele.
Yeah.
You can't satisfy everybody, unfortunately. You're always going to have that one Karen, as they call them now.
Yeah.
we just called them douchebags back in the day. Now they have names.
So what's the biggest difference in your opinion of what's the pros and cons of food trucks to storefront owners?
Definitely not paying for a storefront. Low overhead, and you get to travel. This week, we're going to be at the Alabama show in Wilmington at Live Oaks. We got Slightly Stupid coming up, concert. We got a lot of really cool stuff. We're going to be at the Charleston Beer Festival, which we tried getting in last year, and we were declined. This year we were accepted. We just got accepted into the Tacos and Margarita Festival,
Congrats.
which I think we tried last year. We were declined. So every year, I don't know what the factor is that they decide of what food trucks are coming. Maybe they're seeing that we're doing more festivals and we're getting more popular. I won't say popular, but we're doing more festivals, so we're just more knowledgeable of how to run a food truck at a festival. So
Gotcha.
maybe that's it. I don't know. One of these days I'm going to ask them, why'd you decline us last year, but we were accepted this year? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Storefront, you'd have to hire waiters and waitresses. It would be more staff and more people that just don't show up.
Yeah.
It's just, keeping it small, and the traveling is fun. Cons, truck breaking down, generator not working, something, one of the equipment. I mean, but that can happen in a regular restaurant too.
Yeah.
But it's the truck we had the second or third year. My engine blew.
Yeah.
I had no money.
Oh,
I had
word.
no money, and that cost me $8,000. But if I didn't get it done, then I didn't have a business anymore.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
it was a necessity.
Yeah.
to get it
You know,
handled.
an engine is very important when you're driving a vehicle.
Yeah.
Unless someone was just going to tow me around all the time. But yeah, I mean, my mom has always said, "Do you want to? Is your end game like opening a restaurant?" I said no, but I've thought about it like so many times because I'm like, the plating could be really cool, like doing the plating in a restaurant, and it's not really burn and turn. On food trucks, it's burn and turn. You want to like get their food, get them out. You know, like restaurants, they can like have a nice cocktail while they're eating your food.
They can relax there.
Yeah, they can relax, and I can do a really cool ambiance, you know, like a rock and roll theme. So I have thought about it like a lot the last couple months.
That is one thing I will say, from my point of view, just to kind of add on to what you're saying with the storefront. Most of my life I've been a server in different restaurants. I can tell like the food truck is a lot easier to manage just from hearing what you're saying. And also I do think it's a plus that you guys are like, you know, burn and turn as well. Because man, as a server, sitting there and you close at 10 and someone walks in at 9:50 and then they want to sit there and chill till 11.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't used to be very happy with those moments. So I feel like the burn and turn, just how easy it is, or then not easy, but
then I can close the window and I'm like, we're closed.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like,
exactly. Like that's it.
Like you're not inside my establishment. You're outside. I've closed the window. You cannot order anymore.
Yes.
You know, for many years I was a cook at restaurants, and you know, and I really wish someone would teach restaurant etiquette for people, for clients that are coming in. If the restaurant is closing at 9:00, please do not walk in at 8:59.
People don't care.
People do not care.
People don't care. People think about what they want. They don't care for real.
I think about it though. So when I go out to eat, you know, I'll look up what time they close. You know, and then I'll look up, well, how long is it going to take me to get there? All right. I have to give them at least an hour. Like if they close at 9, I'm not walking in at 8:30. Like that's just, I mean, even that's douchey. Yeah. You know, everybody learn this. All right.
Facts.
Because, you know, everyone does. I mean, I get it. Like, well, don't you want to stay and make your money? You know, like, okay, like I understand that too, but you have an entire day, and you just decide that you want to go and eat 5 minutes before they close.
Yeah.
Like, manage your time better.
I've dealt with that so much being a server, man. Like, for real.
Manage your time better. Yeah. I was like late today. I shouldn't be talking about that at all.